There comes a time in every person's life when running is no longer an option, when hiding no longer works, when the noise, the scrolling, the distractions all begin to fail. That moment, when everything goes quiet, is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the first time you come face to face with the truth. The pain you've been avoiding is the very thing that's trying to set you free. We were raised in a world that worships comfort. From childhood, we're told to avoid struggle, avoid discomfort, avoid risk. But comfort is a lie dressed up as safety. It's a prison without bars. The more you run from pain, the more it controls you. The more you avoid discomfort, the smaller your life becomes. The truth is that every great transformation, every breakthrough, every evolution in human history began with pain. Pain isn't the enemy. Pain is the invitation to rise. Pain doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're being broken open. Every warrior knows this. The battlefield isn't just outside, it's within. The mind is the first terrain we must conquer. The doubt, the fear, the voice that whispers, "You're not enough." That voice grows louder in silence, and silence is where the transformation begins. Because silence forces you to hear the one voice you've been drowning out, your own. The mind is wired to protect you, to pull you away from anything that feels threatening. But it doesn't know the difference between real danger and growth. That's where awareness begins. You must stop letting an outdated survival mechanism dictate your destiny. When you feel fear, when you feel pain, that is not the signal to retreat. It's the call to awaken. It's your body telling you, here lies power. Walk toward it. There's a door in every human life that leads to mastery, to strength, to peace. But the door is disguised. It doesn't look like opportunity. It doesn't look like glory. It looks like pain. The pain of being misunderstood. The pain of failure. The pain of discipline. The pain of letting go. Most will stand in front of that door their whole life and never walk through it. But those who do, those who choose to lean into the fire, are reborn on the other side. Before we move on, if you like these videos and find them helpful, can you do me a favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel? This small action helps me a lot, but most importantly, helps other people improve their lives. I am truly grateful to every single one of you. Thank you. Let's move on. You are not meant to live numb. You are not here to be comfortable. You are here to wake up. You are here to face what others run from. You are here to stare into the places inside you that hurt and find the treasure hidden within. The treasure isn't outside. The strength you seek, the confidence, the peace, the certainty, it's buried beneath the very pain you've been taught to suppress. And if you don't go in, you don't get it. Look at your life. Look at the patterns that keep repeating. Look at the goals you haven't reached, the relationships you've sabotaged, the potential you've postponed. Underneath them all, pain. Not the kind that destroys you, the kind that's waiting to awaken you. But pain only transforms when it's faced. That's the ancient path. That's the warrior's way. You walk into the darkness, not because you enjoy the pain, but because you refuse to be ruled by fear. There is a moment when pain becomes power, when the suffering you once avoided becomes fuel, when the very thing that made you feel weak now becomes the reason you rise. It's not instant, it's not easy, but it is inevitable if you don't turn away. You see, pain doesn't last forever. Avoidance does. Regret does. Living half alive does. But pain is temporary. What it gives you, if you face it, is permanent. The strongest people you've ever admired, the ones who seem unshakable, They weren't born that way. They were forged, not in joy, not in ease, but in fire. Their greatness came from choosing not to run, from choosing to feel it all, to stand in the storm, to keep walking when their legs trembled. And when the storm passed, they emerged different, not softer, sharper, not louder, quieter, but unbreakable. We live in a culture that tells us to medicate every emotion, to hide every scar, to smile while dying inside. But your power is not in pretending. Your power is in presence. When you finally sit with your pain, not fight it, not fix it, but feel it, something begins to shift. The shame starts to dissolve. The fear begins to shrink. And in that space, truth walks in. The truth that you are stronger than you thought, that you can handle more than you believed, that everything you need is already inside you, waiting. Discipline is born from this space, not from hype, not from motivation, but from raw, honest pain, the kind that reminds you why you started, the kind that tells you this time it's different. This time you won't run, you'll rise, because you're not here to play small. You're not here to be liked, you're here to be free. And freedom doesn't come without fire. It comes through it. Most people will hear this and nod, then go back to their distractions. But not you. You didn't find this message by accident. Something in you is ready. Ready to break the cycle. Ready to take the step you've been avoiding. Ready to look your pain in the face and say, "You will not rule me. I am done running. I am done shrinking. I was made for more." Your future is not waiting on the other side of your comfort. It's waiting on the other side of your pain. The conversation you've avoided, the dream you've delayed, the change you know you need to make. It's all behind the fear, all behind the ache, all behind the story you've told yourself about what you can't do. You can. You just haven't suffered for it yet. But when you do, when you choose to suffer on purpose, you activate something eternal. There's a fire in you that doesn't burn out. You don't need permission to let it burn. You need courage. And courage isn't the absence of pain. It's the choice to feel it anyway. That's the difference between those who live with power and those who don't. Those who lead and those who follow. Those who watch life pass, and those who grip it with both hands and refuse to let go. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not weak. You're waking up. And the pain you feel right now is not punishment. It's preparation. The pressure in your chest, the heaviness in your soul, it's not the end. It's the beginning of a new version of you. A version forged by fire, carved by choice, sharpened by suffering, and lifted by truth. If you avoid the pain, you avoid the process. If you avoid the process, you avoid the power. You cannot numb your way to greatness. You cannot scroll your way to self-respect. There are no shortcuts to self-mastery. There is only the path, the pain, the process, and finally, the power. Now is your moment. The door is in front of you. The one disguised as discomfort, fear, heartbreak, discipline, silence. Open it. Walk through it. Everything you want is waiting. But first, you must face what you've spent a lifetime avoiding. Not because it's easy, but because you're ready. Ready to remember who you are. Ready to reclaim the fire. Ready to rise as the warrior you were born to be. If you made it until here, leave a mind emoji in the comments. I want to see how many of you reach the end and finish what they start. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and keep improving day by day. Together we are unstoppable.